cannot imagine another team of professionals and servants who could possibly create a stronger basis of confidence. About 10 years before I retired, I decided I ought to think about working somewhere else. And I realized, because I had worked overseas for my whole career, I didn't know anybody in St. Louis. So in kicking that problem around with some acquaintances of mine, somebody said, well, you need to get to know John Gatewood. So we spent several years exploring together who I ought to get to know around town. And I built up a pretty good portfolio of contacts entirely thanks to him. Later on, when time came that we needed the kind of help that he and his team provided, it was easy to pick up the phone and call him. The next thing I knew, the funds were moving and what assets we had were now coming underneath his care. And I had not a single doubt then or since about whether that was a good choice or whether we would be well cared for. So if I could contrast my experience with interacting with sales organizations and my experience interacting with John and his team, is that they bear no resemblance to one another at all. They are servants first. They're constantly listening to people's thinking about their security and the future and what comes at the end and all of those huge considerations of life.